Yes, people. Welcome to LRFC. We've got another show. We've got another show. It's like every day right now. We're gonna have another episode, about football clubs and their fans. We're gonna be talking about Arsenal today. We're gonna have Egal on, and discuss about content creating, plus why he supports Arsenal and what's next for Arsenal next season. Are they gonna be winning the league, or are they gonna be finishing second, or third, or something like along those lines? But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Let me get my brother on, and discussions should continue in regards to the Premier League and Arsenal Football Club. Let's do this. Alrighty then, let's get me on. Yes, Egal, what's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm ready to go. How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I was looking forward to this tonight. We meant to do streams in it a few times, and I couldn't make it to your ones. I told you my job it's a bit difficult, but now I'm trying to balance it. Like I still come back from work today, 12-hour shift, and hopefully we'll have a good show and talk about Arsenal Football Club and content creating all that stuff.
Let's get into it. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for whatever you want to talk about, mate.
Yeah, bro. Arsenal. The development of Arsenal Football Club, like the way you guys have come back recently.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, bro? Like there's a lot of fans I watch, yeah. They don't really, support it. They're still like having a go about, Arteta and the way he, manages the team. They say he should win a league title. But the way when I look at it, it looks like when I look at it from an outside point of view as a football fan, I think you guys have done a phenomenal job. You know what I mean? I said when I saw Arteta coming to you guys and the issues people were talking about, you finish, 8th and all that stuff. But I said football is a development process. You know what I mean? You start with the backroom staff, then you move on to the actual, management and on the pitch after that. That's how I see it. And that's how Liverpool done it. That's how Liverpool come back. What do you think about that? Like the way I'm talking about it? You always got to fix that, obviously, the backroom, then you move on to the pitch after that. Is that right or not?
I'm just going to take it away from football for a second and go to like history, philosophy. If you have a revolution or you have some level of change, there's always adversity and there's always people who are against change. Yeah. There's always people who don't view what you're doing as something positive. They view it as the same old problems.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily realize something is better until it's better. So, for example, when the team was finishing 6th, when we were finishing 8th, when we were finishing 5th, sorry, when we finished 8th twice and we finished 5th, there was a lot of people who wanted the manager sacked. But from there, I could see he was implementing his style. He was improving off the pitch. Backroom staff was improving. Edu was improving. We had so much things going on behind the scenes that we're improving on. And eventually, you started to see the better performances on the pitch. The year that we finished 5th behind Tottenham, we really should have got top 4, but we didn't get it. The next year, we were in a title race. And everyone's like, wow, where did this come from? They're just so happy to be back in the title race. But when we lost, people are now saying Mikel Arteta is never going to get us to the title race, ignoring the fact that he built the team back up to the level to compete. So to me, it's a level of like PTSD from not winning for many years, frustration, and that frustration milks into the fan base. And they have to point their aim somewhere. So where do they point? The manager. Some people believe that Mikel Arteta is not good enough to win Arsenal anything.
But where does that come from, though? Because he hasn't managed a team before, or what is the issue?
Because he had never managed a team before, because he's never won any major league title before, and people don't forget when Arteta came in, Klopp was in charge. Tottenham signed Conte. They also signed Jose. Chelsea had top manager after top manager, and they even won the Champions League, right? So our fan base was looking at all the other clubs chopping and changing and having world-class managers, and they look at Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. It was kind of underwhelming to some people. But to me, I thought it was a person who connected with the club, who communicated well with the fan base. And I like Mikel Arteta. I still like Mikel Arteta. I never really was ever somebody who wanted him sacked and was yelling and screaming, I want him sacked. There was moments where I doubted him. For
Yeah.
example, when we started the season in the 20th place, no
Mm-hmm.
wins, 3 games.
Yeah.
That was the lowest of the low. But we've gotten out of that situation. We're now competing.
Yeah.
We're here. We're there and thereabouts. And people are basically saying if he doesn't win the league, he
Mm.
should be sacked every year. If he doesn't win
Every
the
year.
league,
Yeah.
and it's like we need to have a level of understanding that we're going up against a juggernaut in Manchester City. That's not
Mm.
normal. And people don't acknowledge that. I think Arsenal have been good enough to win the league the last 2 years. It's just Man City have been slightly better. And you've
Mm-hmm.
seen that before with Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, the development you guys have done, I think, is spot on. You know what I mean? And young manager as well. Don't forget that he's got he hasn't got ego in regards to like I want to manage a different team one day as well. So this could be a longevity for you guys, and that's what's frightening about Arsenal, and for me anyway. And what's important for you guys as well, you're buying the right players, brother. You know what I mean? And it's step by step. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know that Rome wasn't built in a day. Especially like you just said, you compete with the likes of Man City that can get any player they want. You can't do that. We can't do that. It's impossible. You know what I mean? And if you're gonna build it like getting the right players in, getting the right players in place, which is obviously the goalkeeper, to the centre backs, to the full backs, to the midfield, to the front, then eventually that will all click. The most frightening thing for you guys when I look at Arsenal is a young team, bro. It's a young team that has a bright future. So it might not even be one title, when the future comes. And not only that, Pep Guardiola is not going to last for long. Jurgen Klopp's gone. I said that to Arsenal fans before when they were worried about Arteta as a manager. What I said to them is, give the guy time. He's facing 2 managers that's changed football. How many times do you see 2 managers competing for the Champions League and the Premier League at the same time? Did you ever see that in England? Even Arsene Wenger and Ferguson didn't do that. That is complete different football. And now you're breaking that barrier, bro. And while I'm watching you guys, it's just frightening. I gotta be real. I look at the age and all that stuff. What's the average age? I think 24, something like that, maybe less than that. So if you look at the next 5 to 6 years, when Arteta Pep Guardiola leaves as well, you could win about three titles or something like that. You know what I mean? In a row, it could happen as well. So, like there's an old saying, trust the process. But this time, this might work. You know what I mean? And no Arsenal fan should be frightened of that. Time is an issue for everybody, Egal. Time is an issue for me. I waited 30 years for my club to win a title. You know what I mean? I've seen my club win a title in the past, in the 80s. And I was happy. I was living the high life. And then, 30 years later, I stressed out. You see the grey hairs I usually get when I've got my beard. That's throughout the years, man. Like I love Liverpool so much. It ruined me. It ruined me mentally, physically, everything. I thought like we'll never see a title. I've even given up before Klopp came, when Brendan Rodgers was in charge. I said, you know what? Maybe this is what we are. Maybe we're a mediocre team, mid-table team. Maybe this is. I accepted it, bro. I said, you know what? I can't go through this stress anymore. I'll just be a fan, and that is it. Klopp walked through the door, bro. It changed my life again. You know what I mean? And made me realize, appreciate the moments, because at least you're alive to see your club come back again. And listen, bro.
But the thing is, I can't sit here and say we've had good moments because we haven't won anything yet.
Mm.
Once we win major honors, like more.
You won the FA Cup, obviously, already.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, though. Yeah. My thing is, last year we could have won. We should have won. The year before that, we were very in a good position and we didn't end up winning. So it's almost like we have to capitalize now, or else it's just becoming ridiculous. It's 3 years in a row. Yeah. Surely we have to win it this time. Like, I'm not saying we have to win it or sack people, but as a team, I think everyone now has seen it. They've been through the experiences. They know what the issues are. We need to go get certain players in certain positions to improve that team. But overall, I think this team is good enough to compete against Man City and beat them.
What's missing? What's missing from your team? Like if you look at your team right now, Egal, like where is the areas that you need to strengthen for you to left back,
left midfielder, left back, and if we can get more squad depth, like somebody who can play 10 and play wing, for example, like Danny Almo, Eze, one of those guys, get either Bruno Guimaraes or Mikel Moreno. And then we're linked to the guy from Italy. What's his name again? Calafiori.
Calafiori, yeah.
Yeah,
What do you
so
think of him as a player? Do you like him? Have you watched him before?
Calafiori is a proper player, and he plays as a centre back and as a left back. Arsenal, I think we most likely would be signing him to play as a left back.
Yeah.
And this is a player who not only can defend but can get forward also and help
I
out.
like him. Yeah, I like him.
So I think he would be really good. And if you looked at Arsenal's weaknesses last year, one of our weaknesses, our defense was really good, but our left back situation was never solid.
You don't like Zinchenko?
Zinchenko's finished at Arsenal.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
You don't think he changed the way you played or anything like that?
He was good for the first season, but now it's a situation where we've surplus his requirements.
Wow.
He no longer is up to the level that we need defensively to play at Arsenal. He could maybe play in some games, but he's too much of a liability defensively to have him in our team and for us to be solid. He's the weakness, and he would get picked at. So we need that left back who's solid defensively that can also get forward. Left midfield is also a problem because last year we had a lot of the games where Declan Rice played left midfield, Kai Havertz played left midfield.
Yeah.
We had even so many players jump in and play that left midfield position. Nobody really said, that's my position, I'm keeping it for myself. But one thing we can do is we can sign somebody who has good passing range, who can also help out defensively and get forward, a box-to-box midfielder, or somebody who is a deep line playmaker and make that box.
You're spot on 100%. I've said that.
Striker. Everyone talks about wingers, strikers. Unless we make a sale of Jesus or something like that, I don't see a sign of striker.
Yeah, that's true. Because Jesus, how old is he now? 27, 28, something like that. So yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how old Jesus is. Jesus is 26, no?
Oh no, man. He's been around for a few years, man. But let me check, bro.
Gabriel Jesus is 27.
There you go, 27. Yeah, it's to me like I don't know about you, Egal. When I watched this revolution with Jesus and all that stuff, I thought he was an important player for you guys. I don't know why people like trash him because he defends. He defends. Yeah, but the thing is, bro, what you need to. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But in your revolution, he did change you guys in regards to your, how you attack and how you defend from the attack as well. Last season he had injuries, issues. I know, and all that stuff. But what type of striker do you need that could fill that role, that can take you to the next step? Champions League football and the league. What do you think? Who is out there that can do that for you? Since Jesus ain't the one that you guys saying is not the striker.
We're not signing a striker.
Really?
We're not signing a striker.
Wow.
We're not signing a striker. There's nobody out there in the market that's a reasonable fee that club view as a potential target that can benefit this team enough to get us over that edge. They instead of solving that thing that everybody keeps talking about, we're just going to improve. We're just going to raise the level of the whole squad. Wow. Go get another left center back that can also play left back, that can be a starter, not left back. Go get another left midfielder that can play left midfield. Go get somebody who can cover for Odegaard and Saka, who's another attacking / midfielder that can improve this team. For example, we were linked to Xavi Simons. I don't think that's going to happen. Linked to Dani Almo. I don't know about that. We're linked to...
I think he's going to Man City.
Mikel Moreno. Most likely that might be the guy that we end up getting. We're also linked to all sorts of other players. But at this moment in time, bro, I'll keep it honest. Arsenal do not let every little detail of their transfers get leaked. Yeah. It's a lot of quiet, hush-hush deals. And we kind of have a goalkeeper situation that people don't realize. We have Ramsdale, right, who's our number 2, but we have notified him that he's able to leave this summer, and he's most likely going to leave. We now need to bring in a new number 2. We just signed David Raya to a new deal. We don't have a number 3.
What do you think of Raya, bro? What do you think of Raya?
I think Raya is a good keeper. I think people... need to realize that he is one of the best at coming in, claiming crosses, and getting the attack going. He is.
Can I be honest with you? Sorry to interrupt you, but can I be honest with you? I think you need something better than that. If you want to be that team
I
Because
think David Raya.
to me, Egal, you're not too far from being that team. It's just those positions you need to like look for the top quality goalkeeper. I said the Atletico Madrid goalkeeper. Why don't you guys? I still don't get why you didn't go for him all black. He
Why
would have been a perfect.
1 second. All Black does not play with his feet. It would never happen at Arsenal. He would be an absolute fish out of water at Arsenal.
So you guys want to play this type of football like Pep Guardiola, not changing it anything, like having a strong goalkeeper that could make you a dominant team, because that's what every club needs. Alisson is not the best goal kick taker or whatever you're saying. He's not the best, but he changed our fortunes, because you're always gonna need that presence in a goalkeeper,
bro.
And I don't think Raya has that presence when I look at him, bro. I think next season he might be different to what you saw last season. I honestly think that.
Raya is one of the best keepers in the league. Don't get that twisted. Don't get that twisted. So? He's not. How many keepers can you name that are better than him?
There's about what? There's Alisson. There's Edison. I don't think like after Alisson and Edison, there's that many in their level. I don't think Raya is in that level, bro. What makes you think? What, because of last season? What, clean sheets and all that stuff? But listen, don't discredit your defense. Don't discredit your defense. Your defense is solid.
I'm not discrediting my defense, but I'm simply saying Alisson and Ederson are rated so highly because of their body of work. Raya doesn't have that body of work. Let's not now discount him and make him sound like he's a level way below. It's not that. It's just you haven't seen enough of him to give him that kind of ratings. The same way why people were saying it's too soon to compare Saliba to Van Dijk, or it's too soon to
I was going to ask you that one, yeah.
It's too soon to be comparing players to these players. You want to know something? Yes, we have a really good defense. We have really good defense because we have Ben White, we have Tommy, we have Ben White, Saliba, and Gabriel, who played majority of the games last season and were really good defensively, and were at the top.
Improved within seasons. They improved like the season before to this season. They improved, like they keep it solid. I mean, if you haven't got that type of defense, you'll end up like Liverpool. You know what I mean? Like last season, who's conceding goals every game. Let's be honest. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Every year they improve massively.
100%.
And one thing I will say is it a situation where you can sit there and honestly say to yourself that this Arsenal team that you see right now, a lot of these players that we developed, and are they going to get any better? Are they going to get worse all of a sudden at the age of 20?
No, of course not. I said that in the beginning. They're going to get better. But as a football fan, as a football watcher for many years, I'm being honest with you. You need that big presence at the back as a goalkeeper in order for you to be that elite team. If you want to win Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues in a regular basis, that's what you need. I swear to you, I'm promising you this. And if you don't have that, it's going to be a tough day.
David Raya is not a keeper that's going to lose us games. David Raya is a keeper that wins us games. I have no concerns over goalkeeper at this moment. My concerns are in the midfield, in the left back position, and strengthening the attack a little bit more by getting in players to improve the squad. Simply put, we are not going to sign a striker because there's no striker in the market that is attainable, that is reasonable price, that the club are interested in and view as a number one option to bring into the club. Ivan Toney, they've met with him. They don't view him as a good option. The situation with Sesko was an opportunity to sign a player that's very young and good for a decent price. We could not capitalize on it because he ended up signing a new contract with Leipzig. Then there's a situation with Victor Osimhen and Victor Gyökeres. Honestly, 100%, I don't even know if Arsenal are interested in spending the type of money those clubs are wanting for those targets. So right now, all signs are leaning towards improving those things. But yeah. Okay. What player, realistically speaking, would you like to sign? Bruno Guimaraes. If I could sign one player, I would sign Bruno Guimaraes
to play the number 8 position, yeah,
and play the number 8, the left 8, box to box. Declan Rice and Odegaard on each side.
Then, are you convinced that you're probably going to win the title with that team? Is it more convincible, or is there still things missing?
I think as the team is right now, you can get in a left back and a left midfielder, and one more attacker that can play as a backup to Odegaard, like a Eze or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good. I think we're in a better situation this season than we were the last 2 seasons going into this year, simply because of the squad depth we were going to be buying potentially,
Of course.
and a couple more years of experience. Mikel Arteta is getting better. The players are getting better, and
Mm-hmm.
Man City. I say it every year, but it's a cliche now.
Yeah.
They're looking worse and worse every year. They look slightly worse every year.
Yeah, I agree with you because I'm looking at their team. Like, you know, they had the likes of Yaya Torres, all these special players, David Silva's in the past, and then now it's more of a defensive team than really, you know, quality all around. If you know what I mean, that's what they don't have anymore. And people, they could deny that, but when you look at Man City, it's not that team anymore. Unless, you know, they have a big transfer window coming up in the next month or so, and, you know, changing their way of playing, all that stuff. Then yeah, we'll see. But yeah, mate, look, like I said to you, Egal, I don't think you guys are too far away from being the complete team. If you get the players that fit the system, I think you'll be fine after that, bro. But
Am
yeah,
I crazy to say that this Arsenal team could potentially be good for the next 4 or 5 years, maybe, if we do play our cards right?
I think so. But the thing is, bro, there will be a time. Let me
Yeah.
just put it out there for you, bro. There will be a time your players are gonna have that ego. It depends how you handle it. Do you get what I'm saying? There will be a time, the big clubs will come for your you know, players as well, and it depends how your players react and how your club reacts as well.
There's only one club that could come for our players right now, I believe, genuinely.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, only Real Madrid could come for our players.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Listen, I don't know, man. It depends on the money, innit? It depends if players start, you know, the deficiency of, you know, clubs like Liverpool is because, you know, players started having egos, and, you know, they wanted to go elsewhere for more money and things like that. We wasn't paying them, as you know, Gini Wijnaldum, the Manes of this world. And, you know, there will be a time those players are going to go through things like that, Ego. And that's why I say to you, like, you got to prepare for things like this, because you might think it's impossible to happen, but it will happen. It's part and parcel.
I don't think Arsenal's afraid to pay money.
Yeah.
I don't think we're afraid to pay money. Also, our wage bill is very healthy if you look at it.
Yeah.
Our wage bill at Arsenal right now is very healthy. I think our highest earner is Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
Second, I think, is maybe Odegaard or something like that. Jesus. Just the only person who is in our top 5 pay, or then Declan Rice and then Partey. Bukayo Saka's not even top 5 earners in the club yet.
Yeah, but there will be that time though, bro. There will be that time the players are going to negotiate their contracts and, you know, ask for more and all that stuff.
Of course.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. It is what it is. But I think, yeah, Egal, just by the time, I think you'll be fine, bro. I was talking about your fan base. I see some guys who always, you know, talk about Arteta out and all that stuff. How long would you give him to win the title, bro? That's what I want to ask you.
He has 1 year remaining on his contract. I would give him a new deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't win this coming season, you done? Or
it depends on the context.
Yeah.
If you challenge and you're in the Champions League and you're late in the Champions League and somehow you lose last minute once again, like we did this year, ask questions. But I don't see Arsenal sacking the manager, especially with Pep leaving. We are set. We are setting ourselves up for sustained success for the foreseeable future. Why in the situation where potentially Pep could be leaving, Klopp already left, Chelsea's a mess, Manchester United's a mess, Tottenham's a mess. Why would we change our manager just to be in the same mess as everybody else?
That's true. But the thing is, you know, like I said, there's some of your fan base that says, you know, they want him out and all that stuff. So
if Arteta leaves, the only person I would probably bring in is Ancelotti.
It won't be a long. I don't think it will be a long thing anyway, because, you know, Ancelotti's not that type of manager. Well, he's at the age in it that he's not going to stay in a club for long anyway, man. So, but yeah. I've always said that about, like, I'm worried about your fan base. You know, the way they're going on about Arteta. And like I said, he only takes 1 league title and he could dominate. He could dominate.
Everybody has negative fans. It's just Arsenal's negative fans are all over social media.
Yes, one.
Liverpool's negative fans, they hide. They're scared. Liverpool fans crucify them.
We've got our own things, man, to worry about. You know what I mean? We're too loyal. That's the problem with our fan base. We're too loyal, bro. I mean, but listen, the future looks bright for Arsenal in regards to player wise and the future. You know, when the coming seasons, I want to see how you guys develop and how you guys are gonna, change the way the Premier League landscape is. Because I'm tired of obviously seeing one team win it all the time. If you guys come into it in the next seasons, I think it'd be a good thing for the Premier League, because we're slowly losing our identity, especially Man City winning. Was it 4 in a row as well? So if it's 5 in a row, I mean, it's going to be an embarrassment for the league. So yeah, but I want to talk about one thing as well, bro. Like like you talked about these two, yeah. What makes you just think like they like Saliba is in the same class as Van Dijk?
Sorry?
What makes you think Saliba is the same class as Van Dijk? Right now I'm saying, like, because I always hear you talk about them two, like you're comparing them and all that stuff. Is Saliba as good as Van Dijk, or is he potentially going to take over Van Dijk? What is your stance with that, with Saliba?
So it's a passing of a torch. You got the perfect defender physically, body type, athleticism, height, ability to play on the ball, ability to defend man to man or as a unit, and he just makes the game look so easy. So when you look at the way that I just described what I just described, does that not sound like Van Dijk?
It does sound like Van Dijk, but the thing is when people say that they're very similar, which I don't see they're very similar.
One second. I mean, physically, do you see it?
Physically, but quality-wise, it's different.
Do you see also the similarities in skin complexion? Do you also see the similarities in play?
No, I don't see the play, but skin complexions, yeah, but I don't see the quality of the play.
Do you see the play, ability to play on the ball? Do you see it from Saliba?
He can play, yeah, but not as well as Van Dijk, to be fair. Let me say something to you. I've got no issue with your opinion, brother. I've got no issue with your opinion. That's your opinion.
You said he doesn't play as well on the ball than Van Dijk. I think he plays on the ball better than Van Dijk.
Wow.
At Liverpool, you're not asked to play at the back as much as you are at Arsenal.
The difference?
Saliba at times is nutmegging defenders.
Listen, Saliba is susceptible to mistakes. He does make a lot of mistakes, you know what I mean? But the thing is with Saliba, the difference between Saliba and Van Dijk is Van Dijk isn't afraid, to do things that Saliba, the thing the reason the French manager is questionable about him, and a lot of people are questioning about him, is because he's like he gets himself out of trouble, Egal. That's what he does. He doesn't really cover for his centre-back partnerships or anything like that. He plays within. He plays. Let me finish, bro. The difference is between him and Van Dijk. Van Dijk is willing to go out of position to help his defenders out. Saliba ain't in that position yet. He's gonna be good. Don't get me wrong. Is he world class? I don't think he's world class yet. You could laugh, Egal. I'm being realistic here with you. There's two different defenders.
First of all, what is your definition of world class?
A complete defender that could do, he could pass the ball, he could head the ball, he could defend well, and not only that, score goals as well, and create goals, pass. The complete defender is something that relates to Van Dijk, in my opinion. Saliba, he's got that, in the future. He hasn't got nothing compared to Van Dijk just yet, in my opinion. That's what listen, Egal. You could.
I'm being frustrated with you simply because you are basically saying to me, because Van Dijk has a larger body of work, he cannot be compared to Van Dijk. Simply put, that's all you're saying, right?
It's not just a larger body of work. Saliba's game is not complete yet, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
There's nothing technically that Van Dijk can do that Saliba can't. Nothing. Really? Zero. You cannot mention one thing that Van Dijk can do that Saliba cannot do.
Van Dijk is one of those defenders that's impossible to get past. But I see Saliba, always people getting past him, bro. And not only that, like I said about Saliba, bro, the difference with Saliba is he gets himself out of trouble. for himself. He doesn't do it for the team just yet. This is why coaches and everybody else looks at him in that way. Bro, I swear, Egal. Egal, I'm not lying to you here, bro. This is
you're
why.
waffling.
No, I'm not waffling, bro. I'm just being honest with you. He's good at getting himself out of trouble, but not for the team. He's not a team all-rounder yet. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Player. Excuse me, Saliba's literally putting out fires left, right, and center. He's covering for Upamecano every 2 seconds. He was making sure that everything was trying to get solved. He was playing out of his position in left center back.
I think with time he will get better, Egal. I think so, bro. But this is why people have that suspicions about him. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm not lying to you here. With Van Dijk, he's complete. He doesn't make a lot of errors, as you know. We celebrated Pepe getting past him how many years later? You know what I mean? Because it was a long time that happened. I see your defender get twisted a lot of times. That's the difference. What I'm saying. Like, that Burnley striker. Did he turn him out inside out last season and went for a goal and nearly scored a goal? Like, it happens a lot with Saliba. He gets out of position sometimes and... Bro, Egal, why are you not even listening to what I'm saying to you, bro? You're saying to me it never happens to him.
Brother, no. Saliba, literally, since he joined Arsenal, his success rate is ridiculous. When it comes to duels, he wins the majority of his duels. When it comes to putting out fires, he's amazing at putting out fires. He is arguably top 5 centre-backs in the world right now. And you're telling me he's not world-class?
He's not yet, I said. He's going to be. You're talking... listen, Van Dijk came into Liverpool. He's on the way.
No, he's already world class. He's already in the World Cup. He's already in the Euros team. He's already in the Premier League team of the season. He's already 2 years in a row one of the best centre backs.
So after 2 seasons, you're already putting him in a world class stage now, yeah?
Bro, he's been doing it for more than 2 seasons. If you want
to, you only played him 2 seasons, bro.
Second, if you want to include even what he did in France, he was put as the best young player in France. This is the same award that Ribéry won, the same award Thierry Henry won, the same award, what do you call it, that some of these greats of all time, Zidane's and all these best players in French history won. Also, you're talking about Euros. Did you see his performances in the Euros? Did you see his performances for Arsenal? Did you see his performances for Marseille to get them Champions League football? You're telling me a player who single-handedly pockets Mbappe.
Oh, this is wrong what you're saying, bro. Like, come on, bro. Egal, I respect you, bro, but that... I say, listen, you can't put a defender in 2 seasons in senior football in the Premier League as a world-class defender already. He's on the way. I'm not doubting about that. There's a lot of deficiencies he needs to sort out, in my opinion, which is become a team player. Make mistakes. Come out of your area and to help your defenders. And things like that. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. He's good at making himself look good, passing the simple passes and things like that. He's afraid to take risks at the moment. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Saliba is not afraid of taking risks. He's the most nonchalant player on the pitch. He will make people look silly because he's not afraid of taking 2 people on in the back 4. I don't know why you're confused. I'm
not confused, Egal. I'm trying to say to you, he's on the way. But I'm giving you an example what he needs to improve on, bro. And you're not even understanding. You said I'm waffling. How am I waffling if I'm going to tell you the truth? I know he's going to be a world-class player. He's on the way, but he just needs to take a risk. Wow. See, this is what I'm saying, modern day football, bro. I don't understand you guys anymore. Like, how can you say he's world class already after 2 seasons playing for Arsenal, bro? You keep talking about France. Forget about France. Nobody saw him there. I'm talking about the Premier League, the biggest league in the world, and the biggest competitions as well he's playing in now. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Is Yamil Yamal world class?
Who?
Yamil Yamal.
The kid, the 17-year-old, the other day. No, he's not yet. He's on the road.
How far is he from world class?
You see him as world class?
No, I'm asking you. How far is he from world class?
You could say he's probably 60% into what he's supposed to be. You know what I mean? He's only 16. He's only 16, bro. I'm not gonna put a 16-year-old as a world class player, Egal.
Okay, I'm not. Do you view Martin Odegaard as world class?
He's the borderlines of world class.
Bukayo Saka.
Borderline.
Declan Rice.
Borderline. It's
So
just Declan Rice. His passing ability is not very good
Arsenal
at
have
the
zero world-class players.
moment. I don't really see a lot of world-class players just yet, bro. Just yet. I think you're on the road of being world-class. I honestly think that. But I'm just a bit confused, bro. Where do you get this world-class from nowadays? Like, I love you guys. You guys are the best content creators out there. Listen, I watch you guys every day, and I love what you say. But how do you class world-class players, bro?
Simple. Top 5 in his position. You cannot name 5 center backs better than Saliba. You can't.
There's that man. He's good. Don't get me wrong, because the quality of defenders ain't what it used to be, bro. You know what I mean? This is why when people talk about this guy and Messi, I say they're two different players. I've watched both. I watched Messi in the beginning of his career. I watched Maradona when he was at his best. And I always back Maradona over Messi because the football and the defenders he faced.
Your criteria for world class to me seems like eye test. There's no criteria. It's just based on your eye test.
Yeah. What's wrong with eye test? Is there something wrong with eye test?
Yes, because there's no.
As someone who's watching his football all his life,
you have no tangible metric for world class. You just base it on what you feel like. I feel like this person's world class.
Footballers is about consistency, bro. Not just in club football, international football.
Consistent for well over 48 months.
Are you just basing it on that, or are you talking about like in 5 to 6 years time when he becomes the complete player that everybody expects him to be? Like that's what I'm trying. How old is Saliba now? How old is he?
I think he's 22, turned 23 soon.
So, bro, come on, bro. You can't do like youngsters like that quickly, bro. Because this is when you put pressure on youngsters like that, bro. This is when they break apart. You know that. You put too much pressure on them from a young age, and their body ain't gonna be the same anymore. Let them develop. Let them get used to where they're playing, and then they will become that player that you want them to be.
The man is developed. He's already physically there. His ball playing ability is there. This guy has everything that you need from a striker.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from not a striker, from a defender. He's able to do everything you need from a defender. There's nothing Saliba cannot do. You're telling me putting out fires, he can put out fires. You're telling me helping teammates, he does that. You're telling me taking risks, being nonchalant, he does that. This guy drives into the attack. There's times where you see Saliba overlapping Bukayo Saka.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think you're coming from a position of he's not world class. You're coming from a position that we cannot compare him to Van Dijk.
No. Listen, Van Dijk has listen. He done his bit. He done. He became the player that he is. Obviously, he's deteriorating now. He's not like what he used to be. It happens with age. It happens. You know what I mean? But with me, I'm not comparing with Van Dijk at all. I'm trying to give you an example, like and give the guy time. Let him. Become that player that you want him to be. Putting pressure on him at age of 22 and calling a 22-year-old world class already.
Mbappe was world class at 18.
Mbappe is deteriorated, mate. Like, what's he doing now, bro? See, this is what I'm saying. This is because pressure was on him, just like you said just now.
Haaland's world class at 20. Am I wrong?
He's world class already.
Yeah, Haaland's already world class.
Has he had the same season as the first season, Haaland?
It doesn't matter. He's still world class. Am I wrong? Could you name better strikers than Haaland?
At the moment, obviously, Haaland is up there. You know what I mean? He's doing good. But last season, you can't say he done a lot because he got injured last season a lot.
But why does age matter?
Because they have to still develop, bro. They're not finished yet. I mean, so once you get to the world class, what's after that, bro? What's after that, you go? What's after that?
Elite. After world class is elite, and elite is singly the best at that position.
And you think like that's gonna happen from 22 all the way down?
I'm not saying he's the best in his position yet. I'm simply saying at this moment in time, you cannot name 5 better center backs than him.
There ain't no centre backs anymore, Egal, man. I keep telling you, mate. Centre backs are the thing of the past nowadays. That's why footballers are like easy getting goals and all that stuff.
There's no centre backs. There are centre backs.
Name me 5 world class centre backs.
Okay, Saliba, Van Dijk, Rudiger, and then after that, you 1 second. After that, Saliba, Van Dijk, Rudiger. I'm gonna. Do you still want to put Ruben Diaz in there?
Who? Come on, bro. You
That's,
see him now. Like,
you
come
still
on.
want to put Ruben Diaz in there?
No, bro. Bro, I grew up on defenders that was
You want
world
to
class
put
consistently.
Militao?
We can't even name 5 defenders of world
You want to
class.
put
That's what I'm trying
Militao?
to tell you, bro. Huh?
Do you want to put Militao?
No. They're not world
So
class. Bro, this is different times. Listen, Egal, wallahi, I'm not arguing with you, bro. I love the way you talk about football. I'm a biggest fan of yours and all that stuff, but I'm trying to tell you, mate, you can't judge a player on 2 seasons, bro. You got to give him time.
Bro, he's doing it since he was at Marseille. You could even say he was doing it the years before.
Marcel. Come on, bro. Like, he was just learning his trade at Marseille. You can't really say he's a world class defender at Marseille, bro.
He literally got the best young player in France.
Okay, go. I can't argue with you, Egal.
Once again, people don't.
Wallahi, I can't argue with you, bro.
Once again, people don't think Rudiger is world class. What?
I just said
Rudiger is not world class. I'm sorry.
Well, Rudiger's all right. He's all right. It's because you know, like,
what? World class.
He's all right. He's all right. He's all right, man. Was he world class at Chelsea? You know what I mean? Anybody can be
world class right now. Yes or no?
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, he's performing a high level in my opinion. Yeah, but like I said, bro, there ain't that many players you could name. Like I asked you 5 names of world class defenders. There ain't, bro. You're looking at it a different way. But Egal, I'm not lying to you, bro. This guy is going to be a phenomenal player. But I think, like, at the age of 22 and the way we're just praising him, like, to be up there as one of the best defenders in the world, I think it's too early, bro. That's what I think, bro.
Is Van Dijk world class to you still?
Yeah. Like, he had a great season last season.
Saliba had 2 better seasons than him in the Premier League, back to back.
Yeah. Who?
So what does that mean? Saliba had 2 better
seasons.
Because,
you know, Saliba's got partnership, hasn't he? He's got a brilliant partner next to him. Van Dijk, who does he play with every week? Different partnerships, you know what I mean? So we don't know. We have to see if Van Dijk... Listen, Van Dijk is great because, you know, he can play with anyone. Don't get me wrong. But in the past season, he hasn't had that consistent partnership like Matip that he used to have before. So Saliba... He's got obviously Gabriel next to him. They complement each other. This is why they look good. This is why they win games. This is why, you know, everything works out for you guys on the pitch, bro. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue with my brother, man. I'm just trying. Listen, I'm longevity in football, bro. I watched football for so many years. Yeah, I don't. You know, in the old days, yeah, football was so different. Nobody can say world class just like that. Because everybody used to compare everybody with Maradona and Pele. World class was a taboo. It was forbidden to say. Nowadays, everybody's world class, bro. And that's what I don't understand. This is what I'm confused, bro. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'm not saying everybody's world class. I'm
waffling apparently. Okay, Adam.
I'm saying one of the best defenders in the world is world class.
Okay. That's in your opinion. That's your opinion, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, you said to me, I test. I agree with you. I do things by eye test. I don't do the stats and all this stuff. Yeah. Listen, I'm old school. Bro. But I watch football inside and out. You know what I mean?
Erling Haaland has all the best stats in the world, and you're gonna tell me, oh, because of eye test, he's not the best.
Right, listen, he could have the best stats in the world, but he still hasn't developed as a player to that, you know, a consistent basis. Has he done the consistency?
Bro, it doesn't matter if Lewandowski is developed; he's not world class anymore.
Yeah, that's gone. Yeah, I agree with you. He's not world class anymore because he's aged and his
development matter. If you have the mentality, but you can't do it anymore. But if you're younger and you haven't developed, but you still are performing.
Let me say something to you. Liverpool fans gave Van Dijk in the first 2 seasons as the best defender in the world. They said, yeah, and everybody said it's too early. No, you knew. A lot of people said it was too early for them to say he hasn't won anything. He hasn't done nothing. That's what they said. You know what I mean? And we waited until he won something.
And then you won the Champions League and it was done.
Yeah. So nobody, because that's what I'm saying. What has Saliba done since then? He hasn't done trophies or anything like that, has he?
Saliba has to win trophies for you to rate him as an individual.
No, but you know what I said to you.
So 1 second. Is Harry Kane world class to you? Was he ever world class to you?
Harry Kane, I said he ain't world class because he didn't choose to win trophies. You know what I mean? He had world class performances, but he didn't choose.
He's never gonna win shit.
He's never gonna win shit. So if you're not like putting yourself in a position to be world class, it's your problem, isn't it? Now you see him at Bayern Munich. Has he won anything? You know what I mean? You saw him in England. Has he won anything? He performs in a world class level. Yes, 100%. But you need that trophies as well to show for it. Best. Let me ask you a question. Egal. Best players in the world. Have they won trophies? The greatest players in the world that ever lived. What trophies have they won? Who's your greatest? Who's the GOAT for you?
Majority of the best players have won trophies.
There's
no debate in that. But it's also connected to the clubs that they've played for. Mm-hmm. For example, Totti is amazing and one of the best players that's played in Italy. But because he played for Roma, he didn't win as many trophies.
But he's won the World Cup. Hasn't he won the World Cup?
Yes, but he hasn't won majority of the trophies that other people have won. You cannot sit here and tell me that Dimitar Berbatov is a better player than Totti because he won more trophies than him. You know what I mean? You can't sit here and tell me that who's an example? You can't sit here and tell me Drogba is a better striker than Harry.
It's the quality of the player as well, isn't it? Egal. It's not just.
Can you tell me Anelka and Drogba are better strikers than somebody who hasn't won as much but is a better goal scorer?
No, I can't say that.
Eto's an amazing player. He's won so many awards, right?
Yeah.
Zlatan has never won a Champions League. Who's a better player? People are going to say Eto because of all the awards that he won his team.
Mm-hmm.
Zlatan, who's better, Zlatan or Drogba?
Zlatan.
Drogba won the Champions League. Zlatan never did that.
Okay, but he's won trophies. He has won trophies along the way.
Does that make Zlatan a worse striker?
No, because he's won trophies along the years, Zlatan. So it's not like he hasn't won trophies. He has won league titles and all that stuff as well.
I think this development take that you have about world class is basically saying longevity. You equate world class with longevity.
No,
I
say steps in football. Steps, bro. You take steps in football.
I could actually make a case that the 17-year-old Lamau is currently performing at a world class level. I don't think you can debate that.
I think it's just the team is together, bro. That's how they won. I mean, he's done well, like in moments of the games, but it's the team as a whole that's doing well.
Name 5 world class right wingers.
Salah, you could say. Foden, you could say, because he's won the player of the season already.
Foden's world class.
Well, he's won the trophies, hasn't he?
And world class, and Bukayo Saka and Saliba aren't. Where's his
Bukayo Saka?
1 second. If Foden's world class,
but Foden's been performing in a high level for how many years, bro? Like, come on, like you got
how many?
What in the last 3 seasons? So what are you talking about? But he's been winning. But he's winning, bro.
Yeah, because he's at Man City. You could put a rock at Man City, they'll win.
You just said last season Man City wasn't all that.
Bro, you said
Man City, and he became the player of the season, bro.
Excuse me. If you're gonna put Foden in that category and say he's world class, you have to put Bukayo Saka. I'm sorry.
Do you think Saka is a world class? Honestly,
if you're gonna put Foden as world class, you have to put Bukayo Saka as world class. Simple. Wow. He's been outperforming Foden. Foden's been in a better team and he's been winning trophies, but Saka's been outperforming Foden internationally and in the Premier League. It's just Foden is in the team where he's winning league titles.
I think Foden is playing in the wrong position anyway, international football, bro. He's not playing where he plays for Man City. That's number one. You know what I mean? Get that right before we talk about Saka and him. They're playing the same position for clubs, so let's just put that there.
So
secondly, who's the player of the season? Who's the player of the season? Who's the player of the season, bro?
Win trophies or you're not world class. That's what you're
saying.
Who's
the player of the season, bro?
Who was the player of the season? For me, it should have been Rodri. They gave it to Foden out of PR.
Okay. Oh, no problem.
Same way how Van Dijk should have won Ballon d'Or over Messi.
Yeah, he should have won. I agree with you. But listen,
anyways, this has gone left. What are you saying?
Yes, it has gone left. But
No, but
listen,
this is what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
arguing with you, Egal. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not arguing with you. Like I
Don't
said,
lie.
Saliba
Don't lie.
will get there.
We are
Will get there.
arguing, but we're arguing our points. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree to disagree. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Saliba's not world class. Saliba, in my eyes, is world class. Based on my standards for
Mhm.
what is a world class player, I
Mhm.
categorize Saliba as world class. And I want to know, people in the chat, do you categorize Saliba as world class? Let me know.
There you go. The best defender. He just isn't that stage yet. There you go, bro.
So you can't be a world class defender before the age of 30. Get out of here. What are we talking about?
No. He's developing, bro. He's
You have to be
developing.
30 years old to be world class. Stop it.
You know, bro. Please, man. Just understand where I'm coming from, bro. I'm not discrediting
I'm
what
trying to
you say.
understand,
Yeah.
but I disagree.
But I disagree with you completely, bro. Like
And
in
guess what?
regards
There's
to
people in the chat.
you're saying everybody's world class. I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm not saying everybody's world class. That's the difference.
Understand.
I think you have to earn the right to be there.
I have a category above world class, elite.
Who's the elite? Who's the elite? Who's in there right now?
Elite is only one or two players. For example, Messi was elite. Ronaldo was elite.
Yeah.
Right now, the only person who would categorize in elite is probably Rodri, and in the midfield, probably Rodri, and attack. Nobody's really elite right now. So just Rodri is the only elite.
How does that elite become though? What in your eyes? How does the elite?
Elite is somebody.
What do you have to do basically?
Elite is somebody who is the best in their position, better than everybody else. No debate. Nobody can argue. And if that person comes in the room, everyone just shuts their mouth. So Messi's elite. Ronaldo's elite. Rodri right now, midfield wise, he's one of the elite midfielders. At a certain point, Modric was elite and the best in that position. For example, you also had back in the day, you had Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo, elite.
My favorite of all time. Can't deny that.
You had Thierry Henry for a short period of time, maybe 3 years, was elite, was the best attacker.
I can't argue with that.
That was post Ronaldinho, pre Messi.
I agree. 100%. I agree.
Best, right? You also then, if you want to go even further back, and you want to look at players in the back in the day, you can
name them. Name them.
Yeah, that's just an example right there.
Romario's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, personally for me, I'm not Zidane elite.
George Weah.
I mean? Yeah. So for me, I'm just gonna simply say world class for me is a category where there's multiple world class players in multiple positions at the same time. You can have multiple world class 11s in the world. World class is not just one player in each position. For me.
Yeah.
So for example, at this moment in time, you could say that there might not be as high of a quality of players that there were.
We can't even name 5 world-class defenders ago. You know what I mean? It shows the quality of football nowadays. It shows.
Bro, just look at the tournament that we just had. There's 6 Golden Boot winners.
Yeah.
6 people scored the same amount of goals to win the Golden Boot to Euro. I don't remember that ever happening.
Did you enjoy this competition compared to other ones?
I thought the AFCON was better.
Yeah. Even the refereeing was better in my opinion in AFCON. Believe it or not. But yeah, you gotta listen. At the end of the day, we agree to disagree. I know what I think. With Saliba, he's a phenomenal defender. He's gonna be one of the best in time. But if injuries don't hit him, you know what I mean? If injuries don't hit him, I mean, so we have to.
Why are you putting a bad omen out there? Let me just say this though: Did Saliba outperform Van Dijk the last 2 seasons? Yes or no?
Yes.
And if Van Dijk is then
but don't forget Van Dijk. It's not, he had a serious injury. He had to come back from as well.
Oh, now we're talking about injuries.
Don't forget that.
I'm just asking a question.
All right. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you that one.
The second one. Is Van Dijk still world class?
Yeah.
So if Van Dijk is still world class and Saliba is performing at a higher level than him, how is he not world class?
As I said, because you guys got a better team than us. That's the difference. You know what I mean? You got it's the team that's winning you things. It's the team that gets you
doesn't
there,
matter.
bro. We haven't got
doesn't
that
matter.
team, bro. We haven't got that
matter.
team. That
Doesn't
back line
matter.
of yours is much better than
It
ours.
doesn't matter. It doesn't
Of course
matter.
it does. Of
It
course it
doesn't
does,
matter.
bro.
It doesn't matter. Liverpool have a better team. That's why Van Dijk is world class. Is that not? Is that what people are going to say? No. It's because the players make the team better. It's because the players are that good that they make the team better.
Bro, like I said to you, you got a better team than us. We've got individuals at the moment. You know what I mean? We haven't got that click team yet, bro. We haven't got that team that could win on the pitch together like we used to in the past, like Mane, Salah, Firmino. We haven't got that anymore. We're building to be that team. He's got different partnership every week, bro. You Egal, wallah was gonna say. You know it, bro. I don't need to explain that to you.
Let me just make this clear though. You have Alisson who's world class. You have Van Dijk who's world class. You have Salah who's world class. Arsenal have 0 world-class players, but you're telling me we have a better team.
We got 3. You just named 3. The rest of them, what are they?
We have no world-class players. So which one is it?
You got a team. You got a team that's working, gelling together, that do things together. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm being flippant here.
It's not one guy that's standing out every single time. The whole team is winning together, bro. That's what we used to be. That's what we need to get back to in order for us to be that team again.
Okay, just understand.
Yeah.
Raya had a better season than Alisson because of injuries.
Alisson's been injured for the whole season, bro.
I'm not sitting here saying Raya's world class.
Yeah.
Bukayo Saka had better seasons than majority of your players in your team. I'm not sitting here saying he's better than every player at Liverpool.
Yeah.
I'm just simply saying Saliba in this season and last season was going toe-to-toe against the same competition of teams, the same level of quality, and he was performing better than the world-class Van Dijk. And he's doing everything that he does at the same level or even better. So why is it an issue to say he's world-class, but Van Dijk, who's 30 years old, who has an injury, who doesn't have the team and has had all these problems, you still consider world-class? Just say it. They're both on the same level. They're both performing well. You just think Saliba can get even better. So in my eyes, I think you're a little bit doing the tribalistic thing, and you're saving.
Egal, don't put me in that boat. Don't put me in that train, bro. If you know me, you'll never say that about me. I watch football the way football fans should watch. I'm a football fan, as I said to you. I love football more than anything, yeah. But when I see Saliba, he's not there yet, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. In your eyes, he is. In my eyes, he ain't. He will get there eventually. I promise you. Once he gets there, I will let you know, and I'll get you on, and I'll say to you, congratulations, and I'll shake your hands. You know what I mean? That's how it's. I'm not gonna lie to myself saying he's world class.
I'm just gonna say this. Do me a favor. Clip this up, post it, ask people, who's better now? No, you know what? Forget about that. Is Saliba world class, and is Van Dijk still world class? Yes or no? For the 2 questions.
I'll put it on Twitter.
Let's see what people say. And I think you need to change the title of the entire video. It needs to be Saliba v Van Dijk.
I'm enjoying this, Egal. I'm enjoying this. Like,
I think that's what the
first stream, and look at me and you already, bro. Should have happened a long time ago, bro. It should have happened a long time ago.
There you go. It's a normal occurrence. But yeah, guys, unfortunately, I gotta go. But I appreciate you having me on, man.
Big up, brother. Yeah, I wish I could ask you the other questions about content creating, but it's okay, bro.
What was the question?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you this about. It's the last one, bro. If it's okay with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about content creating, bro. You know, there's a lot of youngsters asking me about it, and they want to know how to achieve it, because you're one of the obviously success that I see in my eyes. How did you come about it? Can you just explain to people like what made you, work as hard as you did to get where you are?
I personally, I don't view this as success. I still have a long way to go myself.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But one thing I will say is, to anybody who's looking to do something in content and hasn't started yet and is looking to buy a camera and do all these other things, first thing you need to do is just get started.
Yeah.
Once you get started, keep going and just look to improve every day. Don't look at your numbers. Don't look at how many people are watching. Don't look at how many subscribers you have. Don't look at all that stuff. Just think about how you can improve and how you can make yourself have the best community, because the number one way of growing is by building a community, having a group of people who you connect with, that continuously come back to watch you and care about your opinions. Because if you don't have a community, you don't have a bunch of people who are interested in actually knowing how you think, you cannot then talk about whatever you want to talk about. And find your niche, find whatever topic or you want to discuss. And the more special your niche, the easier it will be for you to break through. But yeah,
Do they have to go in a different channel routes, like, to promote themselves, or can they just do it in their own channel? You got, like,
bro, you could do it on your own, but what you need to do is you need to capitalize on when something trending is topic is happening. So, for example, if you're just a Liverpool channel, you have to be on point that they're talking about Trent potentially going to Real Madrid today.
Yeah, I heard about that.
If you're an Arsenal channel, you have to be on point with Arsenal transfer news. If you're a Chelsea channel, you have to be on point and talking about controversial topics about Chelsea. For example, right now there's a racist scandal with Enzo Fernandez.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then you just need to be on point with all the major topics and discussions around everything. I'm right now I'm gonna have to go, but when it comes to me, one thing I always made my channel grow was transfer news. And then, and if you, whatever your content is, whatever works, keep doing it. Recycle, rinse, repeat. Keep doing that.
Big up, bro. Thank you for coming on, bro. Like, I know, like, you're a busy guy. I know you've got a lot of stuff going on. I appreciate that. I hope you come back on as well, man. You're always welcome on my channel, bro. Walal. You know what I mean? There's no problem. We have our own difference of opinion. You know what I mean? That's football. That's life. You know what I mean? And we move on from that. Yeah. Take care of yourself, bro. Yeah. We'll speak soon.
No worries. Peace out.
Take care, bro. Yes, people, as you can see, it went to a little bit of debate. You know, as I said, I don't think Saliba is there yet, you know what I mean, into being a world-class defender. I stand by that. I think world-class is given lightly to players nowadays, and this is what people need to step away from. When I'm hearing, like, the likes of Saliba and, you know, Odegaard and you know, Saka is world class, then I have to ask questions. You know what I mean? What have they done for them to get there? Because, you know, you have to earn the right to be world class. I honestly think in the modern day, people throw world class too easily, and they don't let those players earn to be world class. So when he mentioned about Mbappe, yeah, Mbappe done it early. He done something early. He won the World Cup early. But did that consistency follow after? It didn't, because he was lost. He's lost now. Now he's going to Real Madrid. What is he going to do? Win titles as Real Madrid always do without him anyway. So yeah, I honestly, listen, Saliba is going to be a phenomenal defender in my opinion. He's going to be one of the best Premier League defenders if he stays injury free, and then we'll see, like, where he ends up afterwards. At the current moment, I don't think he's in that bracket. Yeah, as Egal said, there's something around Twitter about Trent wanted to join Real Madrid. I'm not happy about it. You know what I mean? If this is true, let me just check around Twitter. I think it's one of those things, like, if it's true, I'll be going mad. I'll be absolutely going mad. You know what I mean? Loyalty to football doesn't really exist anymore if that's happening. You know what I mean? And it's just like chasing the easy life. You know what I mean? It's sort of like rebuilding your football club and, you know, the team that you support, the team that you love. You say you're a Scouser and all this stuff, but yet, you know, you're going to move away from things like that for glory. And, you know, I supported Real Madrid when I was young, but when you're really a Liverpool fan, yeah, I don't want to hear things like that. I want players to fight for my football club. I want my players that's, you know, local to, you know, be at my football club, not leaving us for, you know, easy life and, you know, and things like that. And I don't agree with that. I just hope this ain't true, that Trent is leaving, because if he is, wow, it's gonna be a long day, man. It's gonna be a long day, because listen, I'm upset about it. If it's true, I'm upset about it. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. You know, we talked about Arsenal Football Club. We talked about the fans. We talked about, you know, what Egal feels about, you know, Arteta, and I hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, I hope you enjoyed it, because, you know, the debate was there. We agreed to disagree. We see football different ways, and I think I'm right. You know what I mean? I think I'm right, because in a sense of, you world class is thrown too easily in the modern day. People have to earn it. I don't think players earn it in the modern day. I think players just take it and then run away with it, and it shouldn't be like that. This is why a lot of players chase money instead of like playing football nowadays. Football has become secondary. I remember growing up, football was everything to me, and football was everything to those days. Those footballers in those days. We just gotta be careful. If we throw world class early, that player is gonna have that in his head, and he's gonna think he's better than he's better than anyone, and it's the career will just derail the other way because money will come into it, and it's sad. It's really, really sad. Let me just get the comments, man. Play with Mbappe or Nunes. I'll know who I'm choosing. That's true. Listen, I'm not gonna say that. Trent's going facts. Wow, Fat Man says that. Big up, Fat Man, by the way. I want Trent to join Madrid. Why, Steve? Why do you want Trent to join Madrid, bro? You shouldn't have that. Thank you, brothers. Brilliant show. Great debates. Listen, you got two tough guys in front of you. None of them are gonna give in. But I had my corner. Egal had his corner, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Egal was Terry's wonder kid. Came through the Terry Academy. That's bad. Don't say that, man. Let me just go to comments. A team that gels together with that a world-class player is better than a team that has world-class players but yet to gel together, in my opinion. There you go, man. That's a good point. That is a good point. I think Saliba is better already, to be fair. Saliba is good, man. Like I said, you can't really blame Van Dijk for, a team underperforming. We haven't got that team yet. That team that we had has gone. They're no longer here. So it was always going to be tough, for him to, outperform other defenders. 1 minute he's playing with Matip. Next minute he's playing with Kwanzaa. Next minute he's playing with Konate. It's just too many changes with one guy. And in front of him, there's no protection in front of that defense. There's no midfield that gels well in front of that defense either. And you got that attack that doesn't score in important stages of games. So much stuff like he's been through in the last season. So it was always going to be tough. It's always going to be tough with Van Dijk, unfortunately, man. With Saliba, consistency, consistent players around him, consistent attackers around him, consistent wingers around him, consistent fullbackers around him. So he's always going to be performing at that high level. There's hardly shots in the Arsenal goal because of that defense and what's in front of it. If you've got like a Rice in front of that defense, it's gonna, there's a blockage already there. You've got Partey next to him as well. There's gonna be blockage there. And then you got Odegaard right in front of them that's going to, create chances and have that free roll. And then you got, the strikers, which is Kai Havertz at the moment, who's playing the best football in England he has played. And you got Trossard and Saka in the wings. The quality as a team is there for them. This is why they perform in the highest level, bro. So you got to think about that, man. We haven't got that. Liverpool don't have that in the last couple of years. We've tried, but, we failed. We failed. That's why we finished third. That's why we finished fifth. So you don't finish in those positions by, having quality players all around, is it? It's because the players just ain't there. Yeah, it's painful, guys, but Saliba is world class now, guys. Michael, that's your opinion, bro. It's like when we discussed and Carragher. When we was talking about Carragher the other day, you were saying Carragher is one of the best defenders Liverpool's history or something along those lines, and I said he's rubbish. He was never good. He would never get into the all-time Liverpool 11. I stand by that. I'm not gonna like run away from that. Carragher is just a player we had to find a position for, which was centre back, and fortunately for him, he had Hoopier there that could guide him through games, and Hoopier was quality. There you go. Man. Let me see what's happening there. Have you spoken to Enzo Fernandez business? Have you spoken on this Enzo Fernandez business? Yes, we did, but it was limited. I don't know much about it. I heard he was on a bus. They were singing about Mbappe and all that stuff. But this is life. You think everybody is innocent, but things like this happen in the world, unfortunately. It's sad. It's very, very sad. I remember after the World Cup when Argentina won it, what were they saying? about Mbappe and all that stuff with the goalkeeper Martinez. There you go, man. And no, they don't get stopped. They keep continuing. There's a reason they keep continuing, because they don't get stopped. They didn't get stopped after World Cup. So why are they gonna get stopped after the Copa America? It's crazy. Moose says he's a good player, still young. Wouldn't say he can do much, as Egal is I can't say that, prophesizing he can, but I think he's a good player. Let's wait until next season to start BBD conversations. Yeah, you're right, bro. Like he said to me about eye test. Yes, I watch football through my eyes, as everybody does. You know what I mean? I'll go to games to watch football through my eyes. You know what I mean? So what's wrong with that? I'm not gonna sit here, give you stat after stat after stat after stat after stat after stat, and and all this stuff. I mean, I'm gonna give you what I see. That's how I grew up. That's where I come from. This is my generation. You know what I mean? The current generation, it's not going to the football pitch to play football. It's not trying to make it into football. They just watch computers, and they give you those stats and all this stuff, analyze these games, and show it to you. I'll go and watch my football club. I'll watch football. It doesn't have to be only Liverpool, and judge things from my eyes. I'll watch it on TV. I'll watch it in stadiums, and like I said, I'll stand by my judgment, and I'm never gonna change it. If a player is 22, who just about broke through to the international football, who hasn't done much, obviously apart from 2 seasons, I'm not gonna class that player as world class. That's crazy. That's madness. You might as well just say everyone's world class then. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Jimmy Traore won the Champions League. Is he world class? I mean, Igor Bishkan won the Champions League. Is he world class? That's what I'm saying, people. Like, we just have to be careful how we say things, man, because people are jumping to things on a regular basis. Let's get the likes up, guys. And if you haven't subbed to these legends channels, big up LFC, sorry, LVFC TV, big up Baz, big up, bro. Welcome back, by the way. Always, man, always, but forever, brother. Yeah, listen, it's madness. It's absolutely madness. Like how I'm arguing about a player that's only been in the Premier League for 2 seasons, and we're classing him world class. Saka, world class. Odegaard, world class. I mean, it's too much, guys. It's too much, man. World class has to be, progression in football. Earn the right. Then we could judge you like a few years down the line, when you earn the consistency, earn the trophies and all that stuff. I've never seen a world-class player that's an elite, like he said, that hasn't won the big trophies. Every elite player has won big trophies. Maradona, big trophies. Messi, big trophies. Ronaldo, big trophies. Baresi, big trophies. Maldini, big trophies. I could just go Beckenbauer, big trophies. I mean, so you could just go on and on and on and on. Zidane, big trophies. R9, big trophies. These players have won the biggest trophies. Why am I wrong in what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So if you're saying elite, then that means you have to prove it, isn't it? You have to prove it. Let's see what Phil's saying. Phil says, Alan Hansen is the greatest Liverpool centre-back in my lifetime. 100%, man. I'm never going to disagree with Alan Hansen, because he doesn't get the credit that he deserves, Philip, in my opinion. If people talk about Tony Adams, John Terry's and, Rio Ferdinand's, he was doing all that stuff years ago, man. He was a ball-playing centre-back. He was a solid centre-back. You know what I mean? He was a leader at the back. He done everything. One Champions League, another Champions League, another Champions League. That's how good he was. But yet, we're like putting defenders who just turned 22 or 23, whatever it is, who only had 2 years in the game as world class. I remember Van Dijk, when Liverpool fans started saying he's world class. And everybody, said, no, he hasn't won a trophy. He hasn't done this. He hasn't done that. So we waited until he won the Champions League. Oh, he is world class now. We waited for ages, 5 years straight, for Pepe to finally get past him, which he didn't really. to celebrate someone getting past Van Dijk. We see every single time people getting past Saliba. I mentioned that bloody Burnley striker that got past him with ease. There's another strikers that got past him with him. You see it all the time. So, like, come on, man. Come on. Like, there's levels to this game. You can't really, like, compare Van Dijk and freaking Saliba like that, man. Saliba has to earn it, bro. He needs to earn it, man. He's just go to. If it wasn't for Konate getting injured, would he be in international football playing like in the Euros? I don't know. Because he wasn't playing before that. France didn't look impressive, did they? Didn't score many goals from open play. They got out. And he was part of that terrible team. France was shit. And they're out. Come on, man. Even though, big up JSY. Talks Football Fan Channel. Big up, bro. Big up. Yeah, it's crazy, mate. Absolutely crazy, like the arguments we're having, man. I hope people understand from both of our sides. Egal thinks, the whole Arsenal team is world class. I even said Raya, the goalkeeper, is not good enough. I stand by that. I've never seen a team with that type of goalkeeper win the titles. I'm sorry, like every goalkeeper that won the Premier League is in high level goalkeepers. The best goalkeepers, at the time. You got David Seaman, you got Schmeichel, you got Tim Flowers, you got obviously Van der Sar, you got Lema, you got so many goalkeepers that was the best at the time. And someone's telling me Raya is the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, like top 3. Are we mad here? Why? Because he kept more clean sheets, because he had solid defense in front of him, solid midfielders in front of him, and a team that works together, gels well together. Come on, man. Like, let's be realistic here, man. I love arguing with people about football, but things just don't match, in my opinion, when it comes to, arguments. Yeah. That is me. But yeah. Thanks for tuning in, people. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back tomorrow with Nuruddin, Structure, Mr. Structure. We're going to be talking about Man United. We're going to talk about, obviously, content creating and glazes and all that stuff. So we're going to be talking about Man United. And then on Thursday, we're going to have a football on here. Kid I coached as a youngster who's made it, played for Peterborough, played for a lot of teams. We're going to discuss the life of a footballer, what you need, what he's done, what not to do, and things like that. And we're going to talk about our lives. I've known him since he was 4 years old. So we're going to be talking about things like that. So yeah, please tune in. Obviously tomorrow, same time, same place. I'll be back. And thanks, Egal. Thanks to the chat as well. Much appreciated, everybody. And I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Hit the subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff. Take care.